All right, my name is Maurice Harris, and I'll be doing a presentation for my persuasive essay for Liberty University for should college players be paid. Here I have my wife on the camera and a couple of my family members as my audience. Should college players be paid? To be paid or not to be paid? That is the question. Have you ever been the man or the woman in any position, whether it's at your work, whether it's an extracurricular activity, where you bring in huge revenue, but you don't see a dime of it? Well, that's what it's like to be a collegiate level athlete. According to the NCAA, a major college can bring in up to $6 billion a year off of major sports of that university, including basketball, football, baseball, and soccer. Colleges make a ton of money off of the names of athletes, the fame of athletes, and the awesome play of every collegiate level athlete. The first issue is how college collects money from these athletes. They collect money through ticket sales, jersey sales, TV promotions, and TV contracts. Once again, NCAA states that colleges can make up to $6 billion alone off of jersey sales, ticket sales, TV, and promotions. The second issue is that scholarships are not enough. Many players receive scholarships for tuition that will not cover books, will not cover food, or any other item that the players may need. I believe that if the NCAA and colleges would pay their players, that it would cut down on the NCAA violations and scandals that happen at least a couple times a year. Some of the latest two stories were with Jameis Winston of the Florida State Seminoles, who's a star quarterback, who stole money, who stole crab legs just to have food to eat because he didn't have money to buy food. Another story that stands out is Arian Foster, who is a star running back for now the Texans of the NFL, who he shared a documentary where he would go to bed many nights starving for food because he didn't have money to eat. His school was actually in trouble because the coach on multiple occasions violated NCAA policies alone because he brought him the players food once they called so they didn't have any food. The third thing I believe is that the players should receive a stipend on a pay scale based on performance. Once again, I believe it would cut down on NCAA infractions, and the quote I came up with, "If you pay, we play," meaning that a pay scale should be implemented to every player based on how well they play. This will bring more money to the colleges and allow for players to be paid based on how they play. So, how does this all tie into biblical principles? Well, I believe that it's God's desire for us to prosper. It is God's desire for us to have. Contrary to popular belief, it's not God's desire for us to suffer and go without. So athletes who have earned a full ride scholarship that does not cover food, does not cover any extracurricular items that they have, if they are paid by the NCAA, by the university, since they make millions, if not billions of dollars off of the universities, then it will allow for the players to not have to worry about some of the issues that they worry about. It would take away from the NCAA violations, the minor violations, the infractions. It would just cut down on a whole bunch of issues that the NCAA have to deal with based on college players taking money for food, or whether it could be shoes or whatever other issue they have. So it's important to understand that if the NCAA, if the college decided to give players a stipend or the pay for play idea that I just spoke about, it would really help the players in their daily life with getting food, shoes, and whatever else things they need without having to do anything illegal to get it. This would wrap up my persuasive speech about why is it important to pay college players at the collegiate level for their services. Thank you.